What is up, YouTube? I'm just going to be going over my three trades I took today. Uh, I got break even on the first two, and then I took a dub on the last one. Made about $700, about 1.5 plus R. I'm not quite sure how much it was completely. Anyway, coming into the day, I saw that we inversed this daily fair value gap a couple of days ago, and that we were respecting this bearish equilibrium. We just got this leg down yesterday. So on the daily, I was bearish. And then on the 4 hour, we inversed this 4 hour bearish bullish gap. And then we tapped into this 4 hour bearish gap on both indexes. So I was pretty bearish coming into the day. We also had these two low resistance draws that I was really hoping price would take out and really expecting price to take out. I was super convicted that we were coming down to these draws today. So, with that being said, I was looking for shorts. Now, when market opened, we actually had it set up right here. If you go to the 1 minute, or if you go to ES, let's just go to ES real quick and market open 9:30. So if you go to ES, we can see that we had this bearish SMT on the lower time frame. Nasdaq did not take out this high. So we had this 5 minute bearish SMT, and then we could also go to the 1 minute and see that we also had a 1 minute bearish SMT. We actually had two of them. So we had this one right here, boom, and then this one right here. ES took both of these highs on both legs up. So we had three SMTs, three bearish SMTs, along with my bias being bearish. We also, upon market open, we broke structure, retested equilibrium, and then we got a break structure right here, as well as a 1 minute inversion. So I was looking to take this as my first trade. However, that didn't quite play out because trade rate was down, which I'm not very mad about because we would have got stopped out at break even after taking my first profit, so we would have actually made less. However, on my last trade, I didn't stick to my plan, which was my winning trade, unfortunately. And I say unfortunately because I don't want to take winning trades when I don't stick to my plan. Anyway, let's get into my first trade of the day. That was just a trade I saw, but trade rate was down, so I couldn't take that. My first trade of the day was right here when I saw this 15-minute retest into equilibrium. Okay, so once I saw that, I was just looking for 1 minute confirmation. And what do we get? We had this 1 minute SMT. ES took out this high, Nasdaq did not. And then we also got this break of structure as well as an inversion. I actually waited for the inversion here. So we took this, and my first TP was right here. My break even was right here. So as you can see, we almost got my first TP. Unfortunately, we did not. I went break even on this trade. Super simple trade. 15-minute retest. 1 minute break structure with an SMT. Okay. Second trade. I usually don't take this many trades, but today I did. So, second trade, another super duper simple trade. It was right here. So I saw this retest into this 5 minute gap right here. Retesting this 5 minute gap. Okay. Once I saw that, I was literally just waiting for a 1 minute change in order flow. And right here. Okay, so once I saw us retest this gap, just waiting for this 1 minute change in order flow, which we got right here. Stops above this high, break even below this low, and I was just targeting a 1-to-1 on this. So unfortunate, I couldn't get that, but doesn't matter because right after that, we caught a banger. Right after that, we had a 5-minute retest into equilibrium, and we created this SMT. ES took out that high, NASDAQ did not, and then I just pressed short as soon as we broke structure right here. Actually, I was a little late on this, so it was more around one of these candles because I was done for the day until I came back after breakfast and my charts were open and I saw this trade. So I got in about right around here once I saw price respecting this 1 minute gap. I did wait for a 1 minute retrace on this. And then I got this all the way down to this low right here. So it was a very, very good trade. I took my first take profit at somewhere around here. I think it was at a 1 to 2. I can't remember, to be quite honest. But I got this beautiful move right here. And there was literally 10 trades you could have taken today to the downside if you trade my model. And yeah, I banked on that, made about $700 on my Apex and Alpha accounts. And yeah, super simple day. My bias was super clear, and we stayed to it. We stuck to the bias, we delivered, and we came all the way to these lows, which I expected. And then you could have caught a banger reversal right here. 5-minute break of structure. Now, typically, I wouldn't recommend taking reversal trades unless we take out high time frame LR like we did in this. We had this 5-minute break structure and then this retest, and you could have got in wherever the 1 minute break structure is, around here somewhere. So yeah, right here, this would have been your entry, and you could have placed your stops right here, and you could have caught an absolute banger, except it was so late in the day. Now I'm sure you're wondering what rules I broke on my last trade. Well, the only rule I actually broke was I traded after 11 Eastern, and I usually don't do that, and I don't want to do that because, well, price can get a little choppy after 11. Luckily, it didn't today, but that's something I cannot be doing again. Anyway, those are my trades for the day. 3 of them, they were a lot. I literally saw 5 or 6 entries, but I didn't want to take them all. Literally cannot take them all. That would not be good because if you do that every day, you will become unprofitable. Anyway, those are my trades for the day. I'll see you guys tomorrow.